going out?
More than likely. You're going to work at the Rovers, aren't you? I'm not stopping in here with him.
Look, he was desperate, Anne. And what could I do? I couldn't see him on the streets, could I? Curly's a mate.
He's hardly penniless, Andy. They're a bed and breakfast, you know.
Well, that wasn't his attitude when I needed a roof over my head.
He wasn't living with anybody. If he had been, I doubt he'd have had you staying. Certainly not without even mentioning it to his partner. I don't want him here. And you can tell him from me, the next thing he leaves lying about in the house, he'll find in the bin.
I can't just leave it. I mean, pretend nothing happened.
And why do you think he wrote to you instead of me? Because if it had been me, that letter would have gone straight in the bin where it belongs, which is exactly what you should have done
If
with
he's
it.
saying things like this to me, what is he saying to other people? I mean, he could be out there now shooting his mouth off all over the place for all we know. But I've just got to see him and get it sorted.
Oh, yeah? And how do you think that'll look? As if you feel guilty and you're sorry for what happened. Or perhaps you were thinking of apologising to him on my behalf. Well, you can forget it. You can rot in hell as far as I'm concerned.
Here.
What sort of breakfast do you call that for a working man?
Working man, you. You've hardly lifted a finger, you, since you got home.
I've got to get my strength up, V.
Yeah, well, you'll have to make do, 'cause that's all there is so I can get to the shop. Look, there's more than you needs feeding.
So I've noticed.
I mean, Jamie's a growing lad.
Aye, what's her excuse?
Well, she's eating for two, ain't she?
Aye, and we're paying for it. Look at how much longer I've got to put up with them.
Yeah, you'll be happy for them to spend Christmas in that dingy little flat, I suppose.
Christmas fair was a fortnight ago. They're onto a good thing here, aren't they? The longer they stop, the harder it's going to be for us to get rid of them.
What do you want me to do? Chuck them out?
Look, we're not doing them any favours, you know. They've got their own lives, and so have we. Look, when do we get any privacy, eh? Just me and you.
Privacy? The only thing me'd want privacy for. You lost interest before you ended up on crutches. Look, they'll go when they're good and ready.
Hey! What do you think you're flaming doing? What does it look like? There's folk here trying to have a lie-in. Well, I'm not stopping you. Will you stop that flaming din? We can't hear ourselves think up here. Well, you have to think of something else to keep you occupied, won't you?
Who is it, Jude?
Who do you think?
All right. Can't fix then.
Get back, you. It's bad enough for living here without you parading in front of her. Shouldn't need any encouragement, that one. I'm warning you. If you've moved in there to make our lives a misery, two can play at that game. I've moved in here because I need somewhere to live. Now, if you don't like that, that's your problem. I'm not exactly delirious about the neighbours neither.
I'll leave it, Jude. Come on.
You better do as he says, he might go off boil. Get stuffed. If you need a jump start, Gary, give us a shout.
Hey, Sammy, cabaret over, I take it?
Carries on like this, it's only just beginning, I promise you.
What's the problem?
The carburettor. Needle keeps sticking.
What? Nobody sorted it out for you?
Why do fellas assume that just because we haven't got muscles in the same place as them, we're totally incapable of anything mechanical?
Well, I'll tell you what, if you need a hand, you know where I am, all right?
See ya.
Look, I really appreciate what you're doing for me. I mean, of course I do, but I think I've made a mistake. I mean, the last thing I want to do is come between you and Annie.
And don't worry about it, Curly. She'll come round. It wasn't one of her better days, know what I mean?
Yeah, we all know whose fault that is.
Right. I'm off. See you later, mate. See ya. Be good.
Right.
What have you been saying?
Nothing.
Then why did he say be good?
Well, I don't know. It's just something that people say.
You swear you haven't breathed a word about...
What, me and you?
Don't say it like that.
Like what?
Me and you, as if we are up to something.
Which we are not.
We never were. Now promise me you won't breathe a word to Andy.
I won't.
Promise.
I promise. Look, Anne, it was a mistake me coming here, and as soon as I can...
But you are here, aren't you, for now? So there's one or two things you need to understand. For a start, you may be my boss at work, but what I say goes here.
Course.
You'll make sure your room's tidy whenever you leave it, and you'll be responsible for keeping it clean.
Right.
And the bathroom.
Top on the toothpaste, no whiskers in the basin, and put the toilet seat down after you've finished.
That's right. Now, I want you home before we lock up at night. Don't bring loads of takeaways back, and if you want to use the washing machine, ask first. And that goes for the iron and the bath.
Look, Anne, I'm quite prepared to go along with anything that makes you happy about this situation.
Curly, there's only one thing that's going to make me happy about this situation. That's to see you walking out of here. For good.
Oh, so this is how you get your strength up, is it? You'll have forgotten what them legs of yours are for.
Oh, Vee, I can't go rushing about. By the way, it's not me you should be having a go at. It's her up there. She's the one who's running you ragged.
Well, you'd know about that, wouldn't you?
Right, that's our room's done.
Eh?
Well, I thought I'd get sorted, give him a good bottoming.
But that's Joyce's job.
Oh, I know, but there's no like doing it yourself, is there? Anyway, it didn't take long. And Jamie was a good help. Right, pop kettle on.
Can I go and sit at Pigeons now?
Yeah, of course you can. Do you want a drink first?
No.
Okay.
Are you coming, Jack?
Look, Jamie, there's no need, lad. I mean, if there's something else you'd rather do, you know.
No, there isn't. I give him a good clean out every Sunday morning.
And I'd have been very grateful, but now I'm back.
Well, have I not been doing them right?
Of course you have. I mean, they're looking better than ever they did.
Is there something up?
No. You're doing a cracking job. Look, you go out there and I'll see you out there in a bit.
He loves them pigeons. Like they were his own. Time he spent with them during holidays.
He can still come round any time he likes, when you've gone back home, that is.
Changed his life being here. You know what a handful he was. Now, good as gold. Vera'll tell you.
Yeah, you're right there.
He owes a lot to you, Jack. You're very special to him. He respects you. He looks up to you because you don't treat him like a kid.
Yeah, I've done nothing.
You have. Look, Trisha's right.
And you're there when he wants you, Jack. And that means a lot to Jamie.
They're still going.
Right then, Faye, so what we're talking about here is you want those basins ripped out, you want that wall made good, replastered, tiled,
Yeah,
and
everything.
then you want to decorate it?
Yeah, the whole thing. That's what I want a price for.
Oh, fair play. Did you get that, Willie?
I do know what's wanted.
Yes, I was just making sure you had everything, all right?
Jim, I have done a quote before, you know.
Fine, well, I'll tell you what, I'll measure up then, shall I?
Oh, nice of you to turn up.
I got here as soon as I could. Went out last night, didn't I? Unlike some people, I dig it.
Yes, well, it was working.
Oh, well, what else? Right then, so what do you want me here for?
Well, you were the one that was pushing for me to make some changes. You want to put your £4 in? Now's your chance.
What do you want?
You've had your say, now you can listen to me.
What the heck gives you the right to come barging in here?
After what you said in this letter?
Everything in that letter is true. Every word. Where do you think you're going?
Oh, this has nothing to do with me.
No, you don't have to go anywhere, lad. Especially not on her account.
I'm expected at Rovers.
Who by?
I'll see you later.
Why me, Don? I mean, what have I ever done to you?
I thought you might be able to get that husband of yours to show some remorse for what he's done. I had everything going for me and Josie till he wrecked it. What have I got now? Nothing.
And it's got nothing to do with you, of course. Your own foolishness, your greed.
He conned us.
No, you conned yourself. You got yourself into that mess. Mate, you got yourself into the state where you felt you got nothing to live for. Not Mike. And certainly not me.
Oh, I see. So that's why you've come. To make me feel guilty for what you did to me. Well, it won't wash. I know Baldwin for the rat he is. For the rat he's been since I first set eyes on him. And you're a part of what he stands for since the day you married him. He's the one that you should be making feel guilty, but you can't, can you? No way.
Have you any idea how I felt when I got this letter? Realising that when I read it, that you expected to be...
Well, go on, say it. Dead. If you felt bad when you read that letter, I'm glad. How do you think I felt when I wrote it, eh? How low do you think I'd sunk? Have you got any idea what it's like to be so far into that big black hole that you can't see any way out? Well, if you've come round here thinking I might be regretting writing that letter, then you've got another thing coming. You destroyed me, you and that husband of yours, and it is only right that you should know what you've done.
I did nothing, Don.
You married him. It's your fault as much as his. And if you'd got any kind of conscience, you'd realise that.
Well, it's not taking you long, has it, eh? Get yourself down the slippery slope.
That's brilliant, eh?
Spending Sunday lunchtimes in here. How's tricks, mate?
Don't ask.
Ah, well, who'd be a lodger, eh? Nice one.
Oh, so you're off then, back home? I'm surprised you can't see scorch marks. Can't wait to get shot of me.
That is not true, Mother.
You want to thank your lucky stars. It cost me a fortune to get you your own place again.
And you think that's the last you're going to see of Bernard? Because you've paid off my back rent? Every time he's short of a bob or two, you know when he'll be coming, don't you?
Oh, give over, Joyce. And if he does, I'll know who's put him up to it.
Will you knock it off, pair of you? Giving me a headache.
Here, while I remember, there's a couple of things I could do without your catalogue. Can you bring it in tomorrow?
No, she can't. She's not doing it anymore.
All right.
Will you give it a rest?
Psst. I'll bring it in tomorrow.
How much longer are we going to be?
Can't really go anywhere until the finished here, can we?
Right, ladies, you can away and get changed now. We'll not be needing you anymore.
There's no chance of you maybe starting on Sunday?
Sunday?
Yeah. I don't really want to be closed any longer than I've got to be.
Yeah, well, we'll get back to you.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I never thought of that. If this place ain't open, that means you won't be needing me.
Want to bet? Come on.
So, would you mind telling me what all this "we'll get back to you" is all about?
What I said?
Well, what about me, Willie, eh? What about me, my Sundays? I don't mind working. Sundays aren't special. They're just the same as every other day to me, you know?
Oh, I suppose, and I'll be definitely doing nothing either. Is that what you said?
No, I don't mean that. If you've definitely got something to do, then it's totally different.
Jim,
isn't
will
it?
you stop trying to run my life for me, all right?
Yeah, so you stop biting my head off. Everything I've said to you this morning, you've just snapped it off just like that. Now, what the hell's going on?
It's not you. It's not you.
I don't believe it, Maureen. Ha! The pair of yous have had a wee row, have you? What are you two like, Willie? Do you know you're dead right for each other, so you are?
Oh, I was beginning to think that as well, lad.
Right, okay. Well, whatever it is, kissy, makey uppy, go on.
Well, it's not that easy, is it? Knowing that she's been with another fella.
Maureen?
Yeah, when I was away at the Christmas.
Well, how do you know this, Willie?
Because she told me.
She told you?
Nothing like an honest and frank confession for purifying the soul, is there, so they say. Don't hope for me, I can tell you.
I don't suppose you know who it is, do you?
Yeah. Curly Watts.
Curly Watts? I should catch yourself on if I was you, Willie. She's winding you up.
No, she isn't. No, she isn't. He just happened to be there when I was away. And it wasn't the first time, neither.
Maureen and Curly, you serious?
Yeah, they'd done it before. Once before she married Holsworth.
Well. Curly Watts, who would have believed it, eh?
And when I think how long I went out with her before I got even near.
Oh, eh?
Because I didn't want to rush her into anything. And he comes along and cracks it. Just like that.
Right, well, I suppose she may have stopped you making one of the biggest mistakes of your life, Willie. That's all I can say.
Eh?
Well, at least you know what kind of a cutty she is. Eh? I mean, before you get in too deep, you know. For let me tell you this, Willie, I wouldn't have been surprised at all if the former Mrs. Reginald Holdworth hadn't ended up being the new Mrs. Billy Webster. That's what it looked at from where I was standing, anyway. And where would you have been then, eh?
You know, I must be daft, me. Listen to what people say, how they're gonna miss me, why I shouldn't go. And now look at me, thrown out of my own house, about as welcome as a swarm of killer bees at Ann and Andy's. And working with her, well, it's impossible. You know, the worst thing I ever did was coming back. I should have stayed on that bus.
Oh, flaming heck, Curly, give it a rest, will you? I'll come in here to cheer myself up. Have more laughs at a funeral.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. I shouldn't have a go at you. You're the only pal I've got left apart from Andy.
Yeah, well, you want to pick yourself up. Get a grip of your life. I mean, things could be a lot worse, you know.
Yeah, Yeah, you're right. Look, I tell you what, I'm going to watch the footy on the rec this afternoon. Do you fancy it?
Ooh, I tell you what, there'd be nothing I'd like better than that. But I can't, you know, 'cause it's Sunday and, well, me and Gail spend some time with the kids.
I thought you came in here to get away from them.
Well, I do for half an hour. I'm not staying in all day, Curly. Sorry, mate. In fact, speaking of which, I think I'd better be getting off.
Oh, come on, you got time for one more?
Sorry, pal. Oh, look, Maureen's here. She won't say no to a bit of company.
I'm sorry?
Curly's looking for a soulmate. Might even buy her a drink. Bye.
Yes, Emily.
Well, it was Mr. Duckworth I wanted to see, please, Andy, or Vera.
Right. Jack? Yeah. Fan club wants a word, mate.
All right.
Usual, Maureen.
Oh, please, thank you.
Yes, Emily, love.
I wonder if you'd be kind enough to put this box on a corner of the bar.
What is it?
Well, I'm supporting an appeal for used spectacles. They go to third world countries where they can't afford new ones.
Yeah, just leave it there. Right.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Duckworth. I'm very grateful.
What's that for, Jack?
For glasses that nobody uses no more. They send them over the seas, you know.
Oh, well, I'm all for that. Great.
You are?
Oh, yeah. I mean, anything to save me washing them up.
Not them glasses, you plonker.
William, if you'd sooner go somewhere else, you know, I don't mind.
No, I wouldn't. No. Andy, a pint, please, and orange juice for your dad.
Right-o.
Although, personally, I have to say, I don't know how you do it.
Well?
Drinking the same boozer, hey?
Anybody's leaving, it ain't going to be me.
William, are you going to let him get away with it? Because I wouldn't. Because if it was me, you know what I'd do?
I know what you do, Jim. And look what it got you. Now, if you want to do something useful, grab that table over there. We are having something to eat, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Ta.
Bill, I was hoping I might see you.
Well, not now. I'm with Jim.
Well, when?
I don't know. I think you'll find that's right, Andy.
All right, cheers, Bill.
It's still not right?
Nothing I can't get sorted.
Is this your idea of giving us a hand, is it?
I was only...
Oh, thanks for the offer anyway, Gary.
Aye.
See ya.
See ya.
He's happy now, I take it. Now he's got shut of me, your husband.
You're welcome here any time, you know that.
Come on, scamper.
First thing you do when you get home, throw that catalogue in the bin.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
Sit down, sit
you've
down.
got your cauldron.
Very funny.
Bye-bye, it's good.
See ya.
Didn't think she'd ever go. Come on.
What?
Not there to ourselves, we can make up for lost time. Only ourselves to worry about now.
Same again then, Willie?
No. Now I'll get off and do this quote for Fiona.
Right.
I'll see you later.
Aye, go on.
Not exactly the life and soul of the party, is it?
Aye, well, he hasn't got a lot to laugh about at the moment, Andrew.
That makes two of us. Oh, I'm not Anne's favourite fella at the moment.
Oh,
I've landed her with Curly.
Curly?
Well, yeah. Well, he shacked up at our place. He had nowhere else to go. Oh, what could I do? Anne's giving me hell. She'd have him out on the streets if it was down to her.
Ah, she's a smart wee kid.
Oh, come on, Dad. Curly's a good mate.
Let me give you a bit of advice here, Andrew, all right? Pay heed to that wee lassie, before you might regret it, all right?
But you must be missing home.
Well, I'm not. Why do you keep going on about home? Are you chucking us out?
No.
Hear what he's saying to him?
No, we're just talking.
Yeah, he's asking me whether I'm missing home or not.
Oh, worry now.
Yeah, what have I got to go home for?
Oh, come and sit down, love. I've just brewed. Enjoy your rest, did you?
Oh, smashing. Have you been behaving yourself?
Of course he has.
I'm going out. Hey, don't be late for your tea.
Huh? Is he ever?
Thanks, Vera.
What for?
I never thought I'd see a day when I got a chance to put my feet up at middle afternoon.
Well, you need your rest, love, don't you? You're carrying a lot of weight there.
Oh, don't I know it? You know, I'll never be able to thank you. The way you've treated me and Jamie. You've made us feel like we really belong. Family-like.
Well, you are family. Well, near enough. Am I right, Jack?
Do you fancy a beer or something?
There's a bottle of wine in the fridge.
Was. I was just about to open it.
That'll do fine. I'll do it.
Oh. I take it didn't go too well. He is all right.
Daniel? Oh, couldn't be better. He's getting the best of everything. From Denise, Kelly, Brian. They can't do enough for him.
But you're still his dad.
I felt so out of it.
Look, you had every right to be there. Your son's birthday. Did he have a party?
Oh, yeah, he had a party. Denise wasn't going to miss a trick like that. He had a few of his little friends round and their mums and dads. And while Kelly was amusing the kids, the adults were in the kitchen having a whale of a time. Talk about a stranger at the feast. They didn't belong, and they couldn't make it more obvious. But how long is it going to be before Daniel feels the same way? You know, this court case can't come soon enough for me. Because if this situation goes on, I'm going to lose him.
And you went to see him? After what I said?
Well, I couldn't just ignore it, could I? I'd have had it on my conscience forever.
And you got absolutely nowhere.
Well, it didn't make me feel any better, if that's what you mean. And you know why? Because I found myself defending you, standing up for you, telling him that everything that he'd suffered at your hands, he'd brought on himself. And I know that that wasn't true, because I know what a delight you have taken in destroying that man. Like pulling the legs off a fly, one by one, and then putting it on the floor and telling it to run before you brought your size 10s down on it.
Oh, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of defending myself to you and everyone else.
You know, I saw a man today who was just about as low as you can get. And it made me realise how callous you can be.
I'm a businessman. You know how I operate. You knew that when I married you. And you've been happy enough to enjoy all the trappings it's provided. So don't give me all this self-righteous stuff. It just won't wash. The last thing I wanted was for you to go apologising to Brennan for me. God, you must have made his day letting him think he'd driven a great wedge between us.
He hasn't come between us. And neither has Stephen Reed. You're playing the same game as Don Brennan, blaming everybody except yourself. You blame me, you blame Stephen.
I never betrayed you.
And I never betrayed you. That letter was addressed to me, and I saw Don Brennan on my own account. And I never betrayed you with Stephen either. Nothing happened. I have told you that.
No thanks to you.
He's got nothing to do with what's going on between us. That is much closer to home.
Oh, well, tomorrow shouldn't be any problem for you then.
Tomorrow?
He's here. He's coming to see me. He phoned this afternoon. Well, that should at least keep your mind off Don Brennan for a couple of days, shouldn't it?